Okay, so this is the mirror command drawing, and we're going to try from scratch to this quite quickly. So I'm just going to delete this one, and I'm going to start again. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is I just want to draw rectangles to find out, to draw the overall shape. So I just want to draw the overall shape first, which involves drawing rectangles and circles. Okay, so I'm going to draw this at a scale that it sets out at 7 meters 500. I'm just going to put it in at 750. So I'm taking a 0 off each one. It's just a scaling thing. You can scale it up after if needs be. So by 160, by 750. So again, I'm just drawing a square, and I'll close that square, and I then need to draw a line up along. This line is 830. And then again another rectangle up at the top. This rectangle then will be 550 by 160 by 550, and then I'll close it off, and I'm doing that. So each time you're drawing a square or a shape, if you press C, enter, it'll bring you back to the original point that you drew, the original point that you started from. Now what I want to do is I want to find out where the circle is. So I'm going to use the offset command. So click on offset here. Specify an offset distance down here. So my offset distance here is 320. I'm going to select the object that I want to offset and select the location that I want to offset to. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in the circles. So I'll use my circle command, this time 260, and the inside circle is 160. And now what I want to do is I want to draw the rectangle shape up around this area here. So what I'll do now is I'll draw that out. So my first, I'll use the offset command for this. So I'm going to click on offset. My first offset distance is 2 meters, or 200 as I have it in here. My second offset is 800. Or 80. And my last offset distance is 500. My next offset distance then is 500 in the opposite plane, so 500, and I'm dropping this down to here. Now what I can do is I can use my trim commands. Now using your trim command, this is your trim command up here. Select on trim, select your cutting edge, and then select the objects that you want to take out. Okay, again I'm going to go trim, select the cutting edge, and select the objects I want to take out. Now what I'll do is I have that shape drawn, that shape drawn. I'm going to use my offset command here. So this offset is 500 here, or 50 as I've done it here. Okay, and then I can trim that line. So if I use my trim command, select the cutting edge. And now what I'll do is I'm going to draw a second circle in this area here, and the second circle will be, because when I'm using my fillet command, I'll require it. Okay, so center point 260, and it's the same line running over that. It's because I have a fillet here and a fillet here, and if I didn't do that, what will happen is that the fillet won't work for me. Okay, the next thing then is I use my fillet command. So this is the fillet command. So I select on fillet, I come down, I specify radius, and my first radius is 100. And I select the object, and select the other object, and that gives me the fillet there. So you can see that there. If I do that again, go to my fillet command, go radius, put in 100, click on this object, and then this object, and again I keep doing this because there's a number of fillets within this. Now this here, where this loops onto this, that's a fillet also. So I click on fillet and I put in my fillet as being 30. So I click on radius, put in a radius of 30, and I click on this object here and this object here. Yeah. And then what I'll do is I'll go fillet again, and I select down here, I go to my radius, change it to 70, and it's this object here and this object here. Okay, so now what I can do is I can take this line out, and what I can do now is I can start using my trim command. So I'm going to use my trim command, which is here, select this object here and this object here, and I'm going to take these two sides of the circle out. Then I'm going to use my trim command again. I'll select on this object here and take that out, and then again I go back to my fillet command because I haven't completed all my fillets, and I have a fillet, and my fillet command, go to radius and go 30, and it's this one here. So click on this object and then this object, and that creates that fillet. Okay, for this one, and some people might have had trouble with this one, it's running from here across to here. So all I'm going to do, it's the same fillet that runs here, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, select the object that I want to copy, press enter, select the base point that I want to copy it from, onto there, and enter. And now I'll click a line, I'll click a line between that point there and that point there, all the time having object snap on. Okay, now what I want to do is I use my fillet command again. So click on fillet, select the cutting edge, and I'll take this out here. And now what I need to do is I just need to draw the little object down here, or the little detail down this area here. So again, I'm going to use my offset command. This is your offset command here. Select the offset distance, 115. Select the object and select the side you want to offset to. Do that again. Offset, this time 170. Select the object. Select the side you want to offset to. Offset again. And this time I'm going to offset by 50. Select the object. Select the side you want to offset to. And then again, this time it's 350. Select the object and select the side you want to offset to, and select the object and select the side you want to offset to. Now when we go to our trim command, we select on trim, enter, and then we take this out, this out, this out, this out, this out, this out, and this out. So I selected everything and just took out the pieces that I didn't want using the trim command. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to use my hatch to hatch this. So use hatch, click on your hatch command, select the hatch angle and select the hatch scale. I'm going to put the scale in as 10, and then you can just select the points that you want hatched. Select the areas that you want hatched. Once you've done that, enter. Now I knew that that was a scale of 10. If it didn't work out to be a scale of 10, you can just double click on it and go in and change the scale on it. Or if you wanted to change the design, you can always do that. So if you look there, I've just changed the design on it. So it's a double line there, a single line, or dropping down here will give you a number of different style hatches. So go back up to my original one. And now the last thing that I need to do is I need to create a mirror. So I need to mirror this object. So select on mirror, select the object, specify the first point of my mirror, and select the second point of the line. So any point along that line, you could use the other opposite corner. Then it asks you, mirror erase source object, and we don't want to erase source object, so we say no. So you can click on no there, and that then is your final product. Okay, the next thing that we want to look at here is how we go about dimensioning it, but there'll be another video done for that.